Hey, welcome back everybody. Today we're going to take a look at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge lightsabers. Let's take a peek. So we just got back from Disney. Of course I had to go to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and borrow the lightsabers. Just whatever they had, I just picked up. They were sold out of a lot of them though, so maybe just like supply chain problems and stuff like that. But I picked up, you know, the ones that I could. My favorite one of all of them, Luke's saber, which is just beautiful. They're all beautiful. I'll show you them. I grabbed 7 of those, and we'll compare them all a little bit. And I'll tell you about the couple things I don't like. And it's mainly just the way the blade has to go into a few of them, such as this one and Leia's. You know, because they're mass produced. There's just a couple of little things that bother me about a few of the sabers. But they are overall spectacular. They're all about $150 to $160 if I remember right. Blades are separate. You do have to buy the blades separate. So let me get them all out and we'll take a peek at what I was able to get. All right, let's get started with the packaging. It comes in this really cool case. It's plastic, has a little logo on the front, and what you do to get inside, you just click on the logo. There they are. Now, this is a little cheap. It's just a little piece of plastic with some kind of like silkish kind of weird material on there. So the things about these lightsabers is why I'm starting here, because you can see how they have really thin necks. Right, and then underneath the packaging, you're gonna find an extra piece. So you gotta pull these guys up, go into here, and there's another piece. So I'm gonna show you what this is for. This is where the lightsaber is gonna go, because the lightsabers are just not designed to go into here. They're designed to go into thicker necks because they're very mass produced. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how the saber connects to here. You have to unscrew the top, and this is the same exact thing for Leia's and Luke's saber. And maybe a few other ones. I really don't know. I only have 7 of them, so I'm not sure which ones that they had to do. I'm assuming it would be anything with any kind of thin neck like this, just because of how the saber itself is designed. You screw this part on. Now on the top here, which actually fell out, there's a little cap, I guess for dust protection and everything. So you just pull that out. They go in here. And they have 2 little notches that you could just match up to there's a larger one and a smaller one. So you click in and turn. So you'll hear a little sound. So you'll know that it's in there. So push in and turn right. And the switch for Leia's is over here on the side. So a few of them are actually on the side. Okay, so we're gonna take a peek at Luke's saber. This is one of my favorite sabers that are out there, if not the favorite. There's a few other ones I really love too. But for this is what bothers me the most. Like, this is what really makes this saber. And if you're just displaying it like this, it's perfectly fine. But when you put this, the other piece on here to put the hilt in, this is kind of where it loses its authenticity. Now, what you've virtually done, you've turned your Disney lightsaber into the exact same thing as the Hasbro lightsaber. That's the problem. And I guess when they were mass producing these, they obviously had to find a way to just make one size fits all kind of thing. But either way, let me show you this. This goes right in here. Same thing. Love this one. Great sound. All right, let me just do this again. I'll put this right near the mic so you can hear it. Obviously, one of the other problems with these is that the electronics are cheap. You can see that the audio doesn't match the swing. right? So even the clashes, they're like half a second or so off. So you'll be able to see when I get the NeoPixel one, they have something that's called smooth swing. So every time you go like this, you'll really hear. See, it's not even doing it with this one, but you'll really hear the whoom, whoom every time you move it, and it'll clash on impact. You know, it won't have this half a second or so delay. You know, and the reality is that the electronics in here are just cheaper because they're for consumers that simply want a really good replica for the shelves, and they did a great job. You know, so let's see the difference between the Disney and the Hasbro. That is a beautiful ignite sound. All right, now the Hasbro. Totally awesome. However, I do think that these sound fonts in the Hasbro might be, if not the same, or very similar to all the other ones. Now the Hasbro lightsabers, they're beautiful as well. These are a great option if that's the route you want to go. However, the prices really aren't that much different. Same thing with these, the electronics are cheap, obviously. But these are also a great option. They look and they sound great. They're not as, I think, heavy. They might be a little bit lighter than the Disney sabers, but still fantastic option if you don't want to go the Disney route. Now this is more movie accurate for you. I love this one. This one just really brings me back to being a kid watching Star Wars for the first time with my dad. This is Leia's beautiful, beautiful saber. Put the blade in there for you real quick. Moving on to Lord Vader. This is fantastic too. I think Hasbro has one of these, don't they? I don't even remember. But this one's beautiful. It's heavy, it's got some weight to it, so it feels great in the hands. Pop the saber on. This one reacts pretty good to the impacts. It's still a hair or so behind. Definitely does not have a smooth swing. But another great one. Now, sticking to the dark side since we're already here, we got Count Dooku's saber. This saber is beautiful. Really cool saber. Darth Maul's Shadow Saber. Now this one is super cool because when you ignite this bad boy, you see the Kyber crystal inside. So let's take a peek. Ready? Get a much better look at this. It's funny, some of these react a lot better than the other ones on the impacts. And you can see they have a nice glow on the impacts here. All right, Rey Skywalker. This hilt is heavy. I think it's got to be close to 2.5, 3 pounds or so. This has got some heft to it. On the front here, you have these little things that open, kind of like a little iris. See if we can get those open. There we go.
Now, in the movie, it's another thing that irritated me. However, I'm sure it's because of production and where the electronics are, and they did what they could do without going completely insane. In the movie, she turns the saber on here. And then you can also see the lightsaber light coming through here and out of here. Now, there's a switch over here that does go sideways, so they try to keep that accurate. But there's a little switch over here to turn that baby on. And this is a cool looking hilt. And you could really hurt somebody if you hit them with this, so be careful. Like I was saying, you can't see the light. You can't see the saber coming through here. That would have been really cool if they made the saber go down a little further, or they put a little yellow LED or something in there, just to try to be a little bit more accurate to the film. But nevertheless, this thing is super awesome, and it feels great in the hands. See, so on the 7th one, it goes a little crazy. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of like a little lockup on there. Same thing, no smooth swing, kind of just does that sound whenever it wants. Anyway, total freaking cool saber. And now last but not least, probably the first saber I ever saw on screen, Luke's father's saber, the Skywalker saber. Now this is probably overall my second favorite lightsaber out there next to Luke's. And I think it's because it's the first one I probably ever saw. So I'm a photographer and videographer for like over 20 years now. And when I found out that this lightsaber was a Graflex flash from an old camera system, I was blown away. So let's get this bad boy ignited. Same thing, in and turn. So here is the Hasbro one. Virtually the exact same hilt. Same size, same pretty much everything. Now let's get them both going. Oh, there is one difference. This one has more of the crystal switch, and this one has more of that circuit board switch. Disney? Hasbro. So now I'm pretty sure that that's the same sound font as the Luke one. So on the last day in the park, I did go back to check to see what they had, because different days they had a couple of different lightsabers. Things were getting sold out left and right, so I just kept going back to see if they had different stock coming through. And on my last day, I did go back, and that's when I found these guys. However, they did not come in the normal case that you got all the other ones with. They came in combo packs. So you couldn't just buy the hilt. They make you buy this combo pack. And I was told that you used to be able to just buy the hilts by themselves, but now, I guess maybe just because they're like the popular ones, they sell them in these combo boxes, which at first, I was like, I really don't want everything. I already bought a saber, you know, a blade already. I don't need it, I just want the hilt, you know, but they get you. I think it was like $220 per package, and I was irritated at first, but I got it anyway. However, when I got home, and I really dug through it. I was like, I really like what it came with. And it was only like 2 accessories that I liked. It came with a belt buckle to hook your saber on to your belt, and then it came with these really nice stands. So I have 2 very nice stands. They're plastic, nothing spectacular, but they work really well on the shelf. They look great, and it was a fantastic way to present the lightsabers on my display.
So I hope you enjoyed taking a look at all the Galaxy's Edge lightsabers I was able to find. Hopefully I can get back there in a year or so and see if they have a few other ones, because I would love to get a few more. If not, there are thousands of lightsaber companies online. Just look it up. There are just so many. I actually ordered a NeoPixel lightsaber. Hopefully that'll be in soon, and we'll do a compare video of the versions that I got. I actually ordered a Luke Skywalker NeoPixel. So we'll look at all of those and compare them to the Hasbro ones and compare it to the Disney's Galaxy's Edge ones. See what they're all about. Anyway, hit that like button down below, subscribe, and hit that little bell button, and I'll see you guys on the next video. And may the Force be with you. Or the dark side.